Hello everyone. This one's for Thursday, August 28th, 2025. As you can see, I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, but I've got all kinds of astro glyphs squiggled on mine to help me remember the health meanings. So, what is the truth about his health? August 28th, 2025, Thursday. Right there. Oh, and by the way, it's on Thursdays I do my live stream at 12 noon Pacific. So if you can join me, just adjust to your time zone and I'll be there. I love hanging out with you guys. You're so funny. You guys crack me up. Okay, so the force is in motion for the entire day for him, coming from the angle of health with the Ten of Wands upright. It has him stressed and trying to achieve things and get things done. But when it comes to health, he's not, because he's not healthy. He has problems with his joints, his liver. He may have gout. This is a card for gout. This is also a card for high blood pressure and any type of blood sugar issues. Oh, his biggest challenge with the Ace of Swords coming through reversed is memory loss, confusion, the inability to focus. So he's overwhelmed and can't focus. This is also my Sharpie pen card. And maybe he has some kind of surgery. Maybe he needs some little surgery to release the, I don't know, the fluids that are just all messed up. Makes you wonder. Okay, so first thing in the morning with the Four of Wands, and oh boy, so I don't know that he's leaving and going to Mar-a-Lago. I think I would just call this as more of his bad eating habits, when it comes to, because this is my Mickey D's card, the red and yellow, the arches and so excuse me. So there's that. This card, the King of Pentacles reversed, is a card of overindulgence. So first thing in the morning, I don't know what he gets, but you guys have told me that there's a McDonald's already, built in there or brought in. I don't know if it's an order or somebody that works there that knows how to cook from Mickey D's, or it comes in there. I don't know. Goodness. But he gets what he wants, that's for darn sure. With overindulgence, it's right there at the White House for him. So that's why these two cards are coming in, to remind me about that. Wow. Now, also, because the King of Pentacles is a genetic, it's a card that has to do with genetic issues. We are being reminded here that his father died from Alzheimer's. And he didn't have the stress of being a president. He was like the president of his empire, but as a slumlord, no less. Somebody who wouldn't even keep up the building maintenance, and somebody who would never let people of color rent from him because he, just a monster. So, okay. Midday, whatever time that is for him, and I don't know how early he really is up in the morning. We have the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant reversed. So when it comes to the Queen of Cups, this would be somebody taking care of him. And because, when it comes to health, this is just all feminine body parts. Let's see, what else? Hello to all the kitties and the puppies out there who like to watch the movement. Oh, goodness. So anyway, yeah, it's taken me a while to get it's going to be a little while before I can get that video done for them, because the list is getting longer and longer and longer, to the point that I now need to type it up, because how else am I going to, well, I guess I could just turn all my pages of notes, but it's getting big. It is big already. So, but anyway, back to who this might be that's on his side. The only one that I know of that is the water sign is Pam Bondi. She's a Scorpio. So I do believe Midday, she's connecting with him, and she's out of her depth, out of her authority. She doesn't know what she's doing. She has no inner authority. And she's helping him to challenge, basically. Just challenge everybody's belief system and challenge the status quo in the government, because this is our government card. Now, when it comes to health, it just rules his neck and ears and lower jaw and cerebellum and thyroid. So the cerebellum part of the brain. I have to look that up because I don't know what it controls, but I'm guessing it has to do with thyroid and neck, ears, lower jaw. If anyone's out there that knows, I know there are so many of you that are nurses and healthcare practitioners and doctors, and I'd love to know more about the cerebellum, because I keep forgetting to look that up. So, yeah. And that's so his brain problems, lack of, clarity, and his stress and his overwhelm on his physical body is preventing even Pam Bondi from giving him what he wants. And she is definitely the one who's just got her heart closed off to him, or closed off to anyone else, and she's all just there for him. I guess she's getting a big old cut somehow, somewhere. But I've read on her before, and she's going to either wind up in prison or restricted to some point that she's probably not going to be able to be back into government. So, okay. Evening. We have the King of Swords reversed, and the, let me move these over, sorry about that, and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So again, with the genetic issues over here, and the King of Swords reversed, I get the feeling that this one has to do with his just, ruling, because it's Libra, ruling his kidneys, more about his kidneys and his nervous system. But this is also him going, complete dictator mode. Because, when the King of Swords is reversed, this is somebody who's smart when it comes to, well, that's not him, but usually somebody who's smart when it comes to the, legal system and tax codes. And, but anyway, I think it's a part of him that is just ruthless and manipulative, and he'll find whoever he wants to help him out. But then again, on another level, if this is a doctor, and especially a surgeon, because we're talking swords, right? Swords here as well. And so this could be a surgeon that's not good. Incompetent. Yeah. So he's an abusive tyrant. He has kidney and nervous system problems. Diabetes problems and blood sugar are all a part and parcel of this card. And he's being treated by a doctor who either doesn't care or can't help him. Maybe just can't help him. And then with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, this is my card for a big health event. Somebody who has the best of health care, but there's still a big health event. Okay. Yeah. And he might be feeling kind of lonely. He might be having some feuds with his family. Like who gets what, because this is our card. If I were to venture out of the realm of health, it's still kind of in there though. This has to do with a person's wealth and their ancestry and their legacy and the wills and trusts that they create, and inheritances, retirement, all of that stuff, family business. Upright, it's everything's good and people are content and things are fine. But reversed, it's like, feuds, family feuds, and could even be bankruptcy. I don't know if he's going to file bankruptcy again. He won't need to, probably, because he's tapped into the USA government. And there's that. All right, let's see what else. Okay, so in the middle of the night with the Two of Swords upright, this could be, just at a crossroads and feeling like he needs to make some decisions. And with the when it comes to health, it's the moon in Libra. If it's reversed, then I have to talk about, drugs and all of that and lies being exposed. But for him, because it's upright to, at this point, it's possible with these two cards that he gets some sleep, because this is like the middle of the night cards. And I can still look at it as drugs because it is the moon in Libra, but I would say this time they've got the meds figured out to help him sleep. So that means, it's possible that it's something really, or maybe he gets his trust figured out in a way that helps him to sleep better at night with the Temperance upright. But still, no matter what, this card has to do with the endocrine system. And, we've had it. Remember that time, that week, 3 weeks ago, maybe even I think it's about 3 weeks ago. We had this card come through reversed every single day. And that was, telling me about all the drug interactions and that he had a grave illness. It's also a card of gout and needing blood transfusions. Also rules the liver. And then also, no matter what day he was born, whether or not we have the exact time on his birth certificate, his south node is, and whether or not he was born on an eclipse, whether or not his moon is on his south node like we think, he still has his south node in Sag. And that rules this card. So that's interesting. He probably went out having a very unhealthy liver. If he was Mussolini, he went out with something else. You guys know how that one ended, but yeah. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Oh boy. Okay. So these two cards are at the foundation of his entire day. So with the Tower card, there could be something that breaks down, there's something that changes his belief system, because this is our card of breakdowns, being shocked, some disaster, or some just sudden change. It might be, besides health, well, let me stick with health first, because it is ruled by Mars and Uranus. So Mars has to do with his anger, and Uranus has to do with his nervous system. Mars also has to do with a person's blood, survival, life force, period. And with Uranus, something's breaking down there. Something's definitely breaking down, or has broken down already. So with the Four of Pentacles reversed, with this combo here, what is breaking down is his ability to, when it comes to health, to digest food well. So he can have all the Mickey D's he wants. He can overindulge all he wants. But the food and the nutrients aren't assimilating well. So, yeah, he's having major stomach problems is what I'm getting. Major digestion issues. Now, there are other meanings of this card, but I think I'm just going to, because I'm in a big hurry today. We'll do more teaching another day. So, okay, that's it. Thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful day yourself. Bye.